Your identity program isn't an identity problem. This is The Pulse, cybersecurity signal in 5 minutes. I'm Jane. Most security programs can't hear that sentence. The way they're built tells them the opposite. You buy identity tools from identity vendors. You staff an IAM team. You run an access review every quarter and call it governance. Identity has a budget line, a KPI, a dashboard, a silo. Clean boundaries, defined ownership. Then it fails, and 9 other things fail with it. Map a security program as a graph of dependencies, and the picture is this. A single weak area doesn't stay weak. It reaches through the graph and pulls 9 neighbors down with it. Weak identity cascades into AppSec. Your code review can't tie commits to humans. Into incident response. Your responders can't tell whose session is whose at 3 a.m. Into risk and compliance. Your control evidence can't name a person, so the audit surfaces 9 findings that are actually 1. Into AI governance. Your model access has no accountable owner, which means your AI policy is a PDF. That's 4 of 9. The others follow the same shape. Data privacy, SecOps, awareness, architecture, vendor risk. 1 root cause, 9 echoes, each with its own budget, KPI, and dashboard. Most programs can't see this shape because they're organized to hide it. Budget runs per domain. Tools are evaluated per silo. Audits grade per framework. You look at your program through 12 windows and see 12 problems. The graph shows them as 1 root with 9 echoes. The data is showing up right on cue. CrowdStrike's 2026 Global Threat Report dropped a number worth sitting with. 82% of detections last year were malware-free. The fastest breakout observed was 27 seconds. Attackers stopped needing to break in. They log in. Your perimeter controls were designed to catch people without credentials. The attacker has a key. A cascade isn't a product problem. You can't stack another tool on the upstream silo to fix it. You solve it by mapping the graph and governing the dependencies. Which is why the next quarter of vendor pitches is going to land in your inbox under the same sentence. Our platform solves identity risk. No, it doesn't. Identity risk isn't a product gap. It's a graph of dependencies you haven't mapped. Another IAM SKU doesn't fix a cascade. It adds a node to it. Companies who buy tools to solve cascades end up with a tool inventory and the same exposure. The ones who map the dependencies first end up with fewer tools and less exposure. Same budget, different category of thinking. Here's the question Mike's been sitting with this week. When your weakest security domain takes 9 others down with it, could anyone in your organization name the 9 before the breach report does? Speaking of useful, EchoCyber has something called the Signal Score. It lives at echocyber.io/assessment. It's free, 15 minutes, no call, no scoping meeting. At the end, you get an A through F grade on 8 categories, a dollar estimate of expected annual loss at your current grade, and a plain English read of where your weakest area is pulling the others down. The cascade shape, mapped to your program. If you've ever looked at a maturity report and thought, this doesn't tell me what I actually need to fix, that's because it can't. A spreadsheet can't show a cascade. A graph can. Go run it. Or don't, but now you know it exists. Your identity program isn't an identity problem. Your policy gap isn't a compliance problem. Your audit finding isn't an audit problem. They're the same problem, 1 hop apart. I'm Jane. This has been The Pulse. Mike Foss is a fractional CTO and CISO who translates technical complexity into business decisions. EchoCyber. echocyber.io. Less noise, more signal.